All right, we're here with Warren Weibert, who's the owner of Decatur County Feed Yard in Oberlin, Kansas. And just this week, Warren has held an event celebrating the 40th anniversary of Decatur County Feed Yard. And we've seen a lot of changes over the years, a lot of things going on here. And I wonder if you could just tell me a little bit of the history of the feed yard, kind of where you've gone and where you've come to today.
Be happy to do that. This feed yard was founded 40 years ago by 45 local investors, and along the way my father-in-law bought them out and had me come in to be the general manager at that time, and ultimately became co-owner. We started off by feeding a multitude of multicolored and crossbred cattle from across the United States, multi-owner cattle, and as time went along, especially starting in the early 80s, we decided to start working directly with ranchers, promoting retained ownership and trying to help ranchers understand more of the type of the cattle that they were actually producing, and give them as much feedback on their groups of cattle, and more lately individual cattle, to where they could really look at the profitability of each animal and then their herds, and then taking that comparison to looking at how their cattle compared to other herds around the United States managed the same way. So the evolution here, we used to do a billing for sure with pencil and paper and adding machines and so forth, and that has changed an incredible amount to where that's of course all done electronically now. We actually can have a bill on each animal out here if we really wanted to electronically. And the feed batches are certainly run up and measured and put on trucks electronically. They're weighed off electronically to each individual pen. So without computerization today, we wouldn't do much of anything that we actually do here at the present time.
And you have a system to really manage cattle individually using electronic identification and a sorting system that measures a lot of different aspects of the animals as they move through the feeding process.
Yes, that's correct. And John, as you know, we're standing within about 40 yards of that building right now, and so we take our cattle here and run them 2 different times through this processing barn to measure them and to measure the outcomes of the cattle, and get the cattle to market as effectively and efficiently as we possibly can. So that's been a big part of the success of Decatur County Feed Yard, going to individual cattle management, and it's a very low stress to the cattle, and it does a very fine job. So we're lucky to be able to work with a packer who recognizes what we're trying to do with ranchers genetically, and trying to improve the cattle to where the packer has a better product when they slaughter these cattle, and we give a very good report card back to the ranchers on exactly what they're producing here.
And I understand now you're working with some of those producers in kind of customizing their genetics and working with seed stock suppliers to build a herd that will fit the specifications here and bring the most profit back to the rancher.
Well, what's really neat here is our customers get their own report card, but they're always curious about how does my report card compare to somebody else's report card, and if theirs is better than mine, how did they get that way? And we understand that every ranch is unique, each herd is unique, and so we deal with them with seed stock suppliers in terms of the type of cattle that'll work on the ranch. We understand that a pregnant cow and a live calf are 2 very important things before they ever get to the feedlot. And the health situation on the cattle too can be enhanced at the ranch before they get to the feedlot. So, John, it's exciting for us to be able to deal with ranchers. It's more than just feeding cattle, and to watch a rancher really be interested in what they're doing and how they can enhance what they're doing and make more money at the same time it's a very nice thing for all of us concerned with it.